It's 5 a.m. and we're gonna pour some concrete. Let's get to it. Sun's coming up. Oh man, let me see, I dropped my camera. There it is. Anyway, sun's coming up. We got about I'm gonna say a third of the way. We're waiting on more trucks. There's more coming. It's about 50 degrees right now, which is absolute perfect concrete pouring weather. We're pouring 3,500 straight sack, and we are using day 1 finishing aid. This is the finishing aid that we're using. You guys probably don't care about any of this, but this is a performance enhancing finishing aid. The concrete, there's water in the mix obviously, and when you pour it, think of it like a sponge. It's real heavy, so when it starts to set, water comes up to the surface. Well, you kind of want to keep that water in there, so that finishing aid keeps it in there, holds it in there, and just allows the concrete to set up just a little bit slower, which obviously makes it stronger and minimizes, does not eliminate, but it minimizes the chances of cracking. Okay, so that's one trick that I've used for a long time, and it works absolutely great. It also increases your strength of the concrete because, again, you don't lose all that water. But anyway, that's what we're using, and like I said, it's going well. Weather's absolutely perfect, and all is good. So let me tell you about this. We protected the wall. You may be wondering why we didn't just get ready and do it last night. Well, because we used to do that before. We'd do it the night before. We'd come in the next day, and then the plastic would be out in the field somewhere because, you know, the wind blew it off. So now we just do it the morning of. Yeah, it works well. All right, I will see you shortly. So we're done pouring the main slab, and now this sidewalk over here in the front, if you notice, it's got a form right there. That's called a header form. So we have to let that set up, not 100%, but just let it set up so that we can remove this form, and then we can pour the sidewalk, because the sidewalk is at a lower level. So we have to, like I said, we have to let it set up in order so that we maintain a step there. So while this sets up, we're gonna go in the back and pour the piers back there. So we're pouring the piers back here for the lean-to, and we went over the the existing shop. Doesn't seem so big anymore, does it? Anyway, so we're pouring back here in the back, and we have all these forms ready to go. So we have in the beams, we have rebar with stirrups. But then we have these verticals that once we pour the concrete, we drop the vertical rebar right in the hole where the plate's gonna go, and then we push the plate in, kind of like this. These we still have to push them in all the way. And then you can see there's a lot of concrete. Of course, all this is gonna get covered up in fill dirt, so all you're gonna see is that small square right there, just for the column to be welded to that plate. Lots of concrete. Guaranteed not to fly away. And that right there is a vibrator. the vibrator, what it does is it vibrates in the concrete and lets the concrete settle and gets all the air bubbles out of there. So this is what it looks like when they pull the header off. Pulling it off right now, and you can see now we have a step right there. So now they're going to pour the new concrete in front of it for the sidewalk, and then when it's all said and done, you're just going to see a step right there. That's all. Alright, so they're starting to finish the concrete. They are right now they're doing what's called panning the slab. They take what's called a float pan, looks like a pizza pan, and it just turns like this, and as you can see, it's bringing cream up to the surface. What you can't see is that it's pushing the rocks slightly down and make sure all the rocks are nice and flat with each other. The other guy, because the machine can't get right up to the edge, the other guy is doing that by hand, right around, you know, right up against the edge. And anyway, so he's, if you guys remember, we poured up to here, and then there was a break, so the trucks didn't show up for another 30 minutes or so. So right now he's only going to be able to pan up to about right here, and then he's going to let it sit up some more, and then he's going to keep panning the rest. At some point he's going to pan the entire thing one way, then it's going to come back and pan it the opposite direction, and then we pull off the pan and we put another machine on here with just with the metal blades that's going to start making the concrete smoother or slicker, and it's going to start looking shinier. But that's the process right now. Concrete's all about timing. You don't want to get on it too early, which is the reason he's not doing this right now. But you also don't want to wait too long, because then it gets hard on you and, you know, it gets away. It's all about timing. Well, there you have it. It's noon and she's done. You can see the sidewalk right here. Come here, you go into the sidewalk. There's gonna be a big overhead door right there. And then I decided to continue the sidewalk all the way. I'm probably gonna, I might do a mini split or something. I can put it out there, or I may have air lines or water or anything. I just think it makes sense to run the sidewalk all the way through. But slab's done. There you have it. All right, well, thanks for joining me. It almost seems easy, right? All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the building up, but who knows how long that's gonna take. Things are taking forever nowadays. So I tried to order 2 windows because I wanted to put 2 windows in here. 6-month wait for windows. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to source windows somewhere else, or gonna see if I can't find some in stock. Obviously I wanted them to look exactly like these windows, but that ain't gonna happen, not in 6 months. So anyway, that's the world we live in today. All right, thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Keep home centered. Bye-bye.